Only one of the three Democrats running for lieutenant governor granted us an interview. Rachel Hunt says in light of what's happening with abortion, North Carolina needs a woman in this job.
The lieutenant governor has a huge bully pulpit. We've seen what the current lieutenant governor has done with that, and I intend to use that in the same way, but for good.
Do you think it'll be a deciding factor in not just your race, but in this election?
I do, absolutely.
And do you really believe that they would try to ban abortion outright or 6 weeks?
I do. I really do. If I didn't, I wouldn't fight so hard.
Lieutenant Governor candidate Ben Clark, a graduate of North Carolina A&T, as well as a retired Air Force officer, has reproductive rights much lower on his list of priorities. The state senator from Fayetteville scheduled an interview with WXII 12 News twice, but canceled both times just hours before the interview. The third Democrat in this race is Mark Robinson, not the current lieutenant governor running for governor.
I'm Mark Robinson. You see that motor coach over there?
Yes.
All right, so that's me.
This candidate is a political newcomer and a retired naval officer. He did not respond to our request for an interview. His campaign website does not mention reproductive rights. One major issue separating both Hunt and Clark is the use of taxpayer money for private schools, vouchers, otherwise known as opportunity scholarships. Clark is one of the few Democrats who supports them. Hunt does not.
Public money needs to go to schools that are accountable. And the fact is that schools that get voucher money do not have to take standardized tests, do not have to have credentialed teachers, and often the children that come out of those schools are not ready for college.
Hunt's day job is in education, working as a counselor, helping students get into college. She says Republicans continue to chip away at public schools.
So the dismantling of public education that I've seen since I've been in the legislature is very disheartening and will have terrible results if we don't stop it.
Hunt is the daughter of former Governor Jim Hunt, a name that doesn't hurt when it comes to campaign fundraising or running a campaign.
Have the capability to raise the money to win in November. And I'm also going around the state. We are setting up a county key system, which was started by my father back in the day, to have people in every county organize for us and canvass.
Any idea what it's going to cost to win this thing?
We're thinking $3 million, $2 to $3 million. Yes.
Hunt says she's running to restore honor and integrity to the office of lieutenant governor following the tenure of Mark Robinson. Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.